So one last JavaScript function that I would like to teach you this time, and that is the prompt command or the prompt method. And what this does is it allows the user to enter in some text. Text can be a series of letters, characters. You can have the user enter in numbers if you wish, and then either cancel or click OK. And this is done through the prompt dialog box. And the prompt dialog box is executed. I'm going to change the name of the title here. Prompt dialog box is executed by something very simple. It's called prompt. This can be used, and it's usually abused out on the web, is please enter your name. Okay? So prompt, and then again, parentheses, and then double quotes inside that, because you're going to be taking a string of information, okay, a combination of text and numbers perhaps, and you want to put that information in the prompt dialog box. I'm going to save this as JS04, and I'm going to open up Internet Explorer here. I'm going to take JS04 and I'm going to drag it directly into here, and sure enough, we get a JavaScript prompt. Please enter your name, which is the information in the quotes, and we are surprised here by a word called undefined, which happens to come up automatically in JavaScript, if that's the way we type our code. So we're going to change this. A few things that I'd like to note to you. One is the information here in the title bar of the dialog box or the window or message box, however you want to call it, cannot be changed, and neither can this, where it says JavaScript prompt, not directly anyway through the prompt method. So you could type in your name. My name is Chris, so I'll type in the name Chris and click OK or whatever, and that'll be the end of the function so far. Okay. If I go into the script itself in Notepad, and I make one small alteration here, and I do that by adding in another attribute, or basically it's another parameter which this function actually needs for a default. Okay, and if I put a comma and a double quote, what's this known as an empty string or a null string, and I put that in as a second argument, and I save this out. I'm going to save this out as JS04a.htm. I'm going to save this out again to the desktop. All right, and eventually that will pop up. There it is. We're going to pull this into Microsoft Internet Explorer, and it says please enter your name. Notice it no longer says undefined. It just simply gives me a blinking cursor here, and then I can type in my name and click OK, and I'm running. So the information in between the second series of double quotes comes in by default. Now, let's say you have a person who continually visits your web page, and his name is Joe. Well, if we put Joe's name in here in between that series of double quotes, I'm going to save this as JS04b.htm. Okay, and then we're going to take a look at this. You'll see that it automatically brings up the name Joe by default. And if in fact the person viewing the page is named Joe, they don't have to type it in. They just click OK or hit the Enter key. In fact, if it's somebody other than Joe, then they can just simply type, like my name's Chris again, so I'm going to type my name, click OK. It'll type directly on top of Joe, and Joe will be gone forever. So in the prompt function in JavaScript, you have two parameters. One parameter is the information that you want to have displayed in the window, giving the person instructions, and the second parameter is a default. Okay, and you don't have to define the default parameter there. However, If you don't, JavaScript will automatically put in that undefined text.